12 Stoic Principles for Immediate Life Transformation. Welcome to Stoic Keys. In today's video, we're diving deep into 12 Stoic Principles for Immediate Life Transformation. Imagine facing life's challenges with a calm, powerful inner peace that remains unshaken. This isn't just a fantasy. It's the practical wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that's as relevant today as it was in ancient Rome and Greece. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." By focusing on what we can control, embracing obstacles as opportunities, and living in the present moment, we can transform our daily lives. These principles will empower you to build self-discipline, develop emotional resilience, and practice gratitude. Throughout this video, we'll explore how these timeless teachings can help you navigate life's ups and downs with grace and wisdom. Don't just watch, engage. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's embark on this journey of transformation together. Lesson 1. Living in the present moment. Living in the present moment is a powerful Stoic principle that encourages us to fully embrace and experience where we are at any given second. This means not letting our minds wander off to worries of tomorrow or regrets of yesterday. Instead, it's about realizing that life, with all its beauty, challenges and surprises, happens in the now. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." The concept of living in the present isn't new. It has been a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, echoed by great minds like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. These thinkers understood that the power of living in the present lies in its ability to ground us, to clear our minds of distractions, and to allow us to appreciate the richness of life as it unfolds. By focusing on the present, we can find a sense of peace and contentment that is often elusive in our fast-paced world. But why is it so hard to stay present? Our minds are often cluttered with thoughts and worries about what's next, or replaying things that have already happened. This constant mental noise pulls us away from the beauty and potential of the here and now. As Carl Jung put it, the least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. Living in the present moment gives meaning to small, everyday experiences, enriching our lives beyond measure. To practice living in the present, we must cultivate mindfulness, which is the art of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. Simple acts like savoring each bite of your meal, noticing the feeling of the ground under your feet when you walk, and listening actively when someone speaks to you can help anchor you in the now. These small mindfulness practices bring us back to the present, making our lives richer and more meaningful. Seneca offered this wisdom. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. This means that anxiety about what's to come, or what has been, only serves to diminish our happiness in the now. Living in the present isn't about ignoring the future or forgetting the past. It's about finding a balance where we learn from our past and plan for our future without letting those activities consume our present. Every moment is an opportunity to reset and refocus on the now. It's in the present that we live, love, and make memories. Let's make a conscious effort to be more present in our lives. Cherish the now, for this moment right here is where life truly happens. How do you plan to practice mindfulness and stay present in your daily life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Lesson 2. Embrace obstacles as opportunities. Stoicism teaches us the art of embracing obstacles as opportunities, a counterintuitive yet transformative approach to life's challenges. Instead of viewing obstacles as barriers to success and happiness, Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus flipped this narrative. They encouraged us to ask, "What can I learn?" when faced with a curveball. This mindset shift is a game changer. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, penned, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Every obstacle, no matter how daunting, not only tests our resilience, but also teaches us valuable lessons. Finding the silver lining in tough situations and using it to fuel our growth is the essence of this Stoic mindset. This shift allows us to see challenges as learning experiences rather than setbacks. It's about becoming an active learner and problem solver rather than a passive victim of circumstance. Say you're facing rejection from job applications. It's easy to fall into a spiral of self-pity and doubt. But viewing each rejection as feedback, an opportunity to improve your skills or strategy, can transform a series of rejections into a path for professional development. Another example is personal conflicts. They're uncomfortable and stressful, but they also offer a chance to practice patience, empathy, and communication skills. The essence of embracing obstacles lies in asking, "What can this situation teach me?" This question turns challenges into stepping stones for growth. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle teaches us to see beyond the immediate pain or frustration and find the lessons and opportunities within. When faced with a challenge, big or small, try to pause and reframe it. Ask yourself how the situation can make you stronger and wiser. Obstacles aren't just hurdles to overcome, they're opportunities to grow. By adopting this Stoic mindset, we can navigate life's ups and downs with more grace, resilience, and wisdom. Lesson 3. Focus on what's in your control. One of the most powerful Stoic principles is focusing on what's in your control. This principle teaches us that while we can't control external events, we can control our reactions. By shifting our focus to our responses, we can significantly reduce stress and improve overall happiness. The Stoic mindset encourages us to understand this crucial distinction. Epictetus, a great Stoic philosopher, once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Think about that for a second. Traffic, bad weather, negative comments, these are all outside our control. No matter how much we wish otherwise, we can't change them. However, we can change how we react to them, and this is where our true power lies. Modern psychology backs this ancient wisdom. Carl Jung famously stated, "I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become." This aligns perfectly with the Stoic practice. Recognizing that our real power lies in our reactions, thoughts, and actions allows us to take control of our lives in meaningful ways. Consider a common scenario: being stuck in traffic. You can spend that time stewing in anger, honking your horn, and stressing out, which won't make the cars ahead move any faster. Or you can take a deep breath, accept the situation, and maybe use the time to listen to a podcast or enjoy some music. The traffic hasn't changed, but your response to it has, leading to a reduction in stress and a brighter outlook on your day. This Stoic principle extends far beyond dealing with traffic or weather. It applies to personal goals, reactions to others, and approaches to life's obstacles. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic heavyweight, reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Next time you find yourself getting worked up over something outside your control, remember these wise words. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If it's not, let it go. Focus on your reaction, your mindset, and your actions. This simple shift can have a profound impact on your stress levels and overall happiness. It's not always easy, but it's worth practicing every day. We'd love to hear from you. In the comments below, simply write, "I'm ready for transformation," if you're excited to apply these Stoic principles to your life. Your journey to personal growth and happiness starts now. Lesson 4. Build self-discipline. Self-discipline is a cornerstone of the Stoic mindset, empowering us to make choices that align with our deepest values and long-term aspirations. It's about choosing what's right for you, not what's easy in the moment. Building self-discipline is about mastery over ourselves. It involves saying yes to things that serve us and no to things that don't, even when it's tough. Whether it's sticking to a workout routine, saving money instead of impulse buying, or turning off Netflix to focus on a project, these choices might not deliver instant gratification, but they pave the way for long-term satisfaction and success. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, advises us to be steadfast and control our desires rather than being controlled by them. He understood that true freedom comes from within, from our ability to govern ourselves and our appetites. Aristotle, the ancient Greek philosopher, believed that we achieve excellence and virtue through habit. By practicing self-discipline, we cultivate habits that lead us toward our best selves. Modern psychology also ties into this understanding. Carl Jung emphasized the importance of integrating all aspects of our personality to live fully. This integration requires self-discipline as we navigate the desires of different parts of our psyche, choosing paths that contribute to our overall well-being and growth. To build self-discipline in our daily lives, start small. Pick one area you want to improve, whether it's your diet, exercise routine, or spending habits. Set clear, achievable goals and take it one day at a time. Remember, every time you make a choice that aligns with your goals, you're building the muscle of self-discipline. Epictetus reminds us, "No great thing is created suddenly. Self-discipline is built through small, consistent actions. It's about progress, not perfection." Every day presents new opportunities to practice self-discipline, to choose actions that move us closer to who we want to be. Building self-discipline is a journey. It's about finding balance between what we want now and what we want most. It's about making choices that might be hard in the moment, but will bring us closer to our goals, happiness, and peace in the long run. How will you start building self-discipline today? Lesson 5. Developing emotional resilience. When life throws its curveballs, we all experience a whirlwind of emotions. Feeling angry, sad, or frustrated is a natural part of being human. But here's the kicker. It's not just about the emotions we feel, it's about how we handle them. That's where the magic of emotional resilience comes in. Emotional resilience is like a superpower that allows us to navigate through life's storms with grace and come out stronger on the other side. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This profound insight touches the essence of emotional resilience. It's about recognizing that while we might not have control over what happens to us, we have control over how we respond. Our emotions don't have to control our actions. Seneca offers wisdom on facing adversity without losing our composure. He teaches that life's hardships are tests of our character and resilience. By facing our feelings with understanding and patience, we can grow wiser and more robust. But how do we develop this emotional resilience? It starts with self-awareness. Being mindful of our emotions and reactions helps us understand ourselves better. It's okay to feel what we're feeling, but instead of reacting impulsively, we can choose to respond in a way that aligns with our values and long-term well-being. Aristotle spoke about the golden mean, finding the balance between excess and deficiency. This concept applies beautifully to emotional resilience. It's about finding a balanced response to our emotions, not suppressing them or letting them overpower us. Part of this process involves confronting our emotions, understanding them, and learning from them. This is at the heart of developing emotional resilience. When you're in the grip of strong emotions, first give yourself permission to feel. Acknowledge your emotions without judgment. Then take a step back and try to understand what triggered these feelings. Instead of being reactive, we can choose to respond in a way that is constructive and healing. Developing emotional resilience is a journey. It involves practicing mindfulness, self-reflection, and patience. It's about building a toolkit of coping strategies like journaling, talking to a trusted friend, or practicing relaxation techniques. Most importantly, it's about treating yourself with kindness and compassion as you navigate through your emotions. Emotional resilience is not about never feeling negative emotions. It's about learning to ride the waves of those emotions with grace and coming out on the other side stronger and more self-aware. Lesson 6. Memento Mori. The Stoics, including great minds like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, used the concept of memento mori not to create fear, but to inspire a deeper appreciation for every moment. They believed that by keeping the inevitability of death in mind, we would live more fully, consciously, and with gratitude for the present. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reflected on the transience of life, encouraging us to live in a way that's true to our values and to make the most of the time we're given. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think, he wrote. This isn't about being morose. It's a call to action, a reminder to focus on what truly matters, to let go of petty concerns, and to live with purpose and integrity. Seneca spoke about the shortness of life, urging us not to waste time on trivialities, but to focus on creating a meaningful existence. He believed that being mindful of death encourages us to live more wisely and to cherish our relationships and experiences. Epictetus emphasized the importance of focusing on the present and making the best use of our time. By remembering that we won't live forever, we're more likely to live ethically and to appreciate the beauty and richness of life. But how can we incorporate memento mori into our own lives without it feeling like a dark cloud over our heads? It starts with shifting our perspective. Instead of seeing the awareness of death as something fearful, we can view it as a powerful motivator to live our lives to the fullest. It's about embracing the present, not postponing our dreams or happiness for some undefined future that's not guaranteed. Think about the things you've been putting off. Maybe it's pursuing a passion, reconnecting with loved ones, or simply taking time to appreciate the small joys of everyday life. Memento Mori reminds us not to take our time for granted. It encourages us to live more authentically, to say what we mean, to love openly, and to be present in our lives. This concept also teaches us to appreciate the impermanence of life, which in turn deepens our gratitude for the moments we have. When we remember that our time is limited, we are more likely to cherish our experiences, to live more mindfully, and to express our gratitude for the people and moments that enrich our lives. So let's use Memento Mori not as a source of fear, but as a catalyst for growth, gratitude, and a deeper appreciation of life. Let it remind us to make choices that align with our deepest values, to cherish our relationships, and to savor the beauty of the present moment. Remembering that we will die one day encourages us to live more fully today. In embracing Memento Mori, we find a powerful reminder to live not in fear of death, but in celebration of life. Lesson 7. Practicing gratitude. Gratitude is a simple yet profound Stoic principle that can transform our perspective on life. It's about shifting our focus to what we have, rather than dwelling on what we're missing. This practice can be a real game changer, especially on those days that feel like an uphill battle. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of focusing on the present and finding joy in the simple things. He said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." Seneca talked about how our desires can lead us astray, always chasing after more and never finding true satisfaction. He suggested that by focusing on what we have and understanding that the best things in life are already within our grasp, we can find real contentment. Epictetus, known for his practical approach to Stoic philosophy, encouraged his followers to appreciate their current circumstances, whatever they might be. He believed that by accepting and finding value in our present situation, we could live a more fulfilled life. But how do we practice gratitude, especially when life throws curveballs our way? It starts with making it a daily habit. Each morning or evening, take a moment to reflect on 3 things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as a warm cup of coffee, a conversation with a friend, or the beauty of a sunset. This practice helps to rewire our brains to focus on the positive, boosting our mood and overall outlook on life. Gratitude also means embracing the challenges and finding lessons within them. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" we can ask, "What can I learn from this?" This shift in perspective can help us appreciate our experiences, both good and bad, as valuable steps on our journey. Practicing gratitude helps us build stronger connections with others. By expressing appreciation for the people in our lives, we not only brighten their day, but also strengthen our relationships. A simple thank you can go a long way in showing someone that they're valued and loved. Aristotle spoke about the importance of recognizing the good in our lives and striving for a virtuous life. He believed that gratitude was a key part of achieving eudaimonia, or true happiness, as it allows us to appreciate the goodness around us and within ourselves. Modern psychology supports the benefits of gratitude. Studies have shown that people who practice gratitude regularly experience less anxiety, sleep better, and have a more positive outlook on life. It's like Carl Jung said, "The word happiness would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness." By acknowledging and being grateful for the full spectrum of our experiences, we find a deeper, more authentic form of happiness. So let's make gratitude a cornerstone of our daily lives. Let's celebrate the small victories, cherish the moments of connection, and find joy in the simple pleasures. By focusing on what we have, not what we're missing, we can cultivate a sense of abundance and happiness that shines from within. Lesson 8. Cultivating Consistency. Cultivating consistency is a fundamental principle of Stoicism that empowers us to make progress toward our goals and uphold our values with steadfast dedication. Consistency is about showing up every day, making small but meaningful actions that align with our deeper values and long-term aspirations. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote highlights the importance of focusing on what we can control, our actions and decisions, rather than external circumstances. To cultivate consistency, it's essential to set clear, achievable goals and establish routines that support these goals. Whether it's adhering to a workout regimen, maintaining a healthy diet, or dedicating time to a personal project, consistency in these daily practices leads to significant progress over time. Seneca advises us to control our desires and not be controlled by them, emphasizing that true freedom comes from within. By consistently choosing actions that serve our long-term well-being over momentary pleasures, we build the self-discipline necessary for sustained growth. Aristotle believed that excellence is a habit, not an act. By cultivating consistent habits, we pave the way to achieving our best selves. Modern psychology supports this notion, showing that consistent, small actions compound over time to create significant change. Carl Jung emphasized the importance of integrating all aspects of our personality to live fully, and this integration requires consistent effort to navigate our various desires and aspirations. Start small when building consistency. Choose one area to focus on, whether it's improving your physical health, financial habits, or personal growth. Set realistic, attainable goals and create a routine that supports these goals. Every small step you take in alignment with your values strengthens your ability to stay consistent. Remember, no great thing is created suddenly, as Epictetus reminds us. Consistency is built through small, deliberate actions repeated over time. Building consistency is a journey that involves balancing immediate desires with long-term objectives, making decisions that may be challenging in the moment, but ultimately lead to greater fulfillment and success. How will you start cultivating consistency in your daily life? Share your strategies and thoughts in the comments below. Lesson 9. Practicing compassion and empathy. Despite our differences, we're all in this together, navigating the complex journey of life. Practicing compassion and empathy fosters understanding and creates a kinder world. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus emphasized the importance of these virtues in Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius said, "What brings no benefit to the hive brings none to the bee." This illustrates our interconnectedness and the importance of empathy. Seneca argued that compassion is a natural human instinct and that helping others helps ourselves. He encouraged extending empathy even to those who have wronged us, understanding that they too are struggling. Epictetus taught that we should strive to understand others' perspectives. This doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior, but approaching others with empathy and seeking to understand their experiences. How can we practice compassion and empathy daily? It starts with listening. Truly listen to the stories, experiences, and feelings of those around you. Put yourself in their shoes, imagining their struggles, joys, fears, and hopes. Acts of kindness, no matter how small, also foster empathy. A smile, a kind word, or a listening ear can make a significant difference in someone's day. By being present and attentive, we show others that they matter. Practicing compassion and empathy also means being there for others in times of need. It's about recognizing the value and dignity of every person, regardless of our differences. Aristotle spoke about the importance of friendship and the role of empathy in building strong relationships. Modern psychology supports this Stoic emphasis on compassion, showing that these virtues enhance relationships and our emotional well-being. Let's remind ourselves that behind every face is a story and every action a reason. By understanding and caring for each other, we make the world kinder. How do you practice compassion and empathy in your daily life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Lesson 10. Reflecting and reviewing regularly. Reflecting and reviewing regularly is essential for growth and introspection. In a world that's always rushing forward, this practice is our anchor, ensuring we're sailing in the right direction. Marcus Aurelius, in his personal writings, often reflected on his life and decisions. "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts," he wrote, highlighting the importance of introspection. Seneca recommended regular self-assessment as a way to foster self-improvement. He likened life to a play, suggesting we periodically review our roles and performances. Epictetus encouraged his students to end each day with a review of their actions and attitudes. This wasn't about self-criticism, but self-awareness and growth. How do we incorporate this Stoic practice into our modern lives? First, make it a habit. Dedicate a few minutes each day, perhaps before bedtime, to reflect on your day. What were your victories? Where did you face challenges? Writing it down can enhance the benefits, giving you a tangible record of your journey. Second, use reflection as a tool for gratitude. Reviewing your day also helps you notice moments of joy or gratitude, balancing our tendency to focus on the negative. Third, approach this practice with kindness and compassion towards yourself. Reflection is not about berating yourself for mistakes, but recognizing them as opportunities for learning and growth. Aristotle believed that true wisdom comes from understanding ourselves, our actions, and our place in the world. This reflection is the essence of living an examined life, one that's in accordance with virtue and excellence. Modern psychology shows that regular reflection improves mental health, clarity of purpose, and personal growth. Let's commit to this practice of reflecting and reviewing regularly. By taking the time to look back, we gain the insight needed to move forward more aligned, aware, and in tune with our essence. How do you plan to incorporate regular reflection into your life? Share your enthusiasm for Stoic wisdom. Drop a quick "Stoicism rocks" in the comments if you're eager to embrace these principles for a better life. Lesson 11. Accepting change. Accepting change is vital for our growth and happiness. The reality is, the only constant in life is change. Learning to embrace life's inevitable shifts makes navigating them less scary and more adventurous. Marcus Aurelius said, "Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs?" This acceptance helps us understand that each change, whether good or bad, has its place in our story. Seneca taught that becoming too attached to current circumstances can lead to disappointment, because inevitably they will change. He advised us to be flexible and understand that change is necessary for personal development. Epictetus encouraged us to distinguish between what we can control and what we can't. we can control our attitudes towards change, focusing on our responses and finding growth opportunities within them. How can we become more accepting of change? First, acknowledge that change is inevitable. Everything around us is in a constant state of flux. Seasons change, people come and go, and our very selves are renewing themselves. Embracing change means embracing life itself. Second, practice mindfulness. Being present allows us to appreciate current experiences without clinging to them. Modern psychology supports this Stoic mindset. Viewing change as an opportunity rather than a threat can reduce stress and anxiety, enhancing our resilience. Let's remind ourselves that change is not just something to endure, but to welcome as an enriching part of our journey. By accepting change, we open ourselves to new experiences and growth. Remember, going with the flow isn't about passivity, it's about engaging with life in its full dynamic complexity. How do you handle changes in your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Lesson 12. Cultivating Inner Peace. Cultivating inner peace is a fundamental Stoic principle that teaches us to maintain tranquility amidst life's chaos. In a world filled with noise and distractions, finding and nurturing inner peace can transform the way we experience life. Marcus Aurelius often wrote about the importance of inner peace, stating, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Inner peace begins with understanding that our thoughts and perceptions shape our reality. The Stoic mindset emphasizes that while we can't control external events, we can control how we interpret and respond to them. This understanding allows us to navigate life with a calm and centered mind, regardless of external circumstances. Practicing mindfulness is a powerful way to cultivate inner peace. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. By being fully present, we can reduce anxiety and stress, appreciating life as it unfolds. Simple practices like mindful breathing, meditation, or even mindful walking can help anchor us in the present and bring a sense of calm. Another key aspect of cultivating inner peace is letting go of attachment to outcomes. The Stoics believed that attachment to specific results leads to unnecessary suffering. By focusing on our actions and intentions rather than the outcomes, we can maintain our inner tranquility. Epictetus wisely noted, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This perspective helps us stay grounded and peaceful, even when things don't go as planned. Self-reflection is also crucial in cultivating inner peace. Regularly taking time to reflect on our thoughts, emotions, and actions helps us understand ourselves better and align our lives with our values. This introspection fosters a deeper sense of self-awareness and inner harmony. As Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." By understanding our inner world, we can reduce unnecessary mental suffering and find peace within. Inner peace is not a destination, but a continuous journey. It requires consistent practice and mindfulness. By understanding and embracing these Stoic principles, we can cultivate a deep and lasting sense of inner tranquility. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the 12 Stoic principles for immediate life transformation. Remember, the true power of these teachings lies in their application. As Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By integrating these principles into your daily life, you can achieve personal growth and lasting happiness. Whether it's focusing on what's in your control, embracing change, or practicing compassion and empathy, each step you take brings you closer to a more fulfilling life. I encourage you to apply these principles and observe the positive changes they bring. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic Keys for more insights and practical wisdom. How have these principles impacted your life? Share your experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, live wisely and embrace the journey.